The Golden State of California houses one of the largest populations in the nation. Within its massive borders are diverse climates and natural wonders. Simply travel a few hundred miles to discover amazing national parks in the morning and beautiful beaches in the evening. California is a desirable place to live, and it is no wonder why the state has made an effort to protect its environment.
Unfortunately, the Environmental Protection Agency has eliminated strict emissions and health standards that protect Americans, such as the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Regulation, and the Clean Power Plan.
I think it's worth keeping track of is Trey Gowdy, Republican from South Carolina, chairman of the House Oversight Committee, and his investigators have spent a good deal of time the last month or so paying a good deal of attention to Scott Pruitt's leadership of the Environmental Protection Agency. And recently, according to reports published in the Washington Post, got some more details about the way in which people who worked closely with Scott Pruitt said he treated the office as if it were his own personal sandbox.
President Trump's first appointed head of the Environmental Protection Agency, Scott Pruitt, reduced the Clean Air Act requirements that prevent coal mining and manufacturing plants from contaminating the environment with cancer-causing pollutants. Pruitt also repealed the Clean Power Plan, which was designed to cut back 32% of carbon emissions in power plants by 2030. Finally, Pruitt suspended the Clean Water Act for 2 years, which held farmers and developers accountable for contaminating waterways.
Pruitt resigned in July of 2018. President Trump accepted his resignation after some of Pruitt's unethical actions, like deleting calendar records and using his authority to try to get his wife a $200,000 a year career. Trump promoted former Deputy EPA Administrator Andrew Wheeler to take over the head EPA Administrator position.
President Trump broke the news this afternoon with a tweet. I have accepted the resignation of Scott Pruitt as the administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency. Within the agency, Scott has done an outstanding job, and I will always be thankful to him for this. The Senate confirmed Deputy at EPA Andrew Wheeler will on Monday assume duties as the acting administrator of the EPA. I have no doubt that Andy will continue on with our great and lasting EPA agenda. We have made tremendous progress, and the future of the EPA is very bright.
President Trump tweeted, "Within the agency, Scott has done an excellent job. I have no doubt that Andy will continue on with our great and lasting EPA agenda." It is clear that the new head of the EPA, Andrew Wheeler, will be successful at unraveling the progress made by many hardworking environmentalists.
President Trump has voiced his skepticism of the alternative energy industry. He has even mocked the industry by stating that wind power, quote, kills all your birds. Trump's 30% tariffs on imported Chinese solar products is limiting the growth in the alternative energy industry.
Solar energy would be the most viable replacement for coal-burning power plants in the nation. Although coal is responsible for a majority of the nation's electricity, the total amount of energy that's produced by burning all the coal on the planet would be equivalent to the solar energy that strikes the Earth every 6 days. Solar technology will be the ideal replacement for fossil fuel burning power plants in the nation, as long as these technologies become more affordable for the average household and are utilized by the state and federal governments.
Abstain from meat and save the world? Forget Batman. Today's superheroes are vegetarians. They're really doing something to help the environment, right? Whether classic vegetarian, vegan, or fruitarian, more and more people all over the world are giving up meat. Vegetarianism has even become a status symbol in many countries. But are they really making a difference? Let's look at the data. Livestock farming has a terrible carbon footprint. Look at the 1 billion cattle worldwide. Raising them produces vast clouds of greenhouse gases, twice as much as is emitted by planes globally. And the industry also uses an immense amount of water. Around 3,000 liters of H2O go into the production of a single beefsteak, enough to take a shower every day for 3 months.
Our best bet to reduce the amount of greenhouse gases being produced is to cut down on the amount of meat we eat. Having a flexitarian or casual vegetarian diet could cut out 29 to 70% of greenhouse gases linked to food by the year 2050. Thankfully, there are many meat substitutes like tofu and tempeh that produce approximately 10 times less greenhouse gases than beef-based products. So, while there will still be emissions being produced, it is significantly less and is helping our world.
While it may not be easy for everyone to work on these solutions to help our planet, it is important to encourage others to take part in this movement to make a change. It could be hard work for some people, but it definitely is possible. We have no excuse to not give back to our home, especially if we still have to have a nice environment to live in the future. By cutting meat out of our diet every once in a while, or even completely, you are helping more than you realize. So do your world a favor, take action, and spread the knowledge to others so that we can have a clean world once again.
I told my friend how to make a video.
I'm in the middle of recording!
Oh, shit.